Hi, welcome to the Gemara on Zayin Amud Aleph. We're starting 9 lines down from the top. Amar Rav Shmuel Bar Yehuda. Rav Shmuel Bar Yehuda said, Shalcha lehem Esther lechachamim. Esther sent the following message to the Chachamim, to the scholars of her generation. Kvauni l'dorot. Establish me for the generations, meaning make this celebration of Purim something that happens every year on a yearly basis, not just right here, right now. Shalchula, they sent a message back to her. Kina'at meroreret aleinu lebein ha'umot. You are awakening jealousy. Kina is jealousy. You're awakening jealousy, against us among the nations. Meaning, because Purim is a story of our defeating the other nations, they're not going to like it. We don't want to establish this holiday. Shalcha lahem. She sent a message back to them. Kvar ktuvani al divrei hayamin l'malchei madayu paras. But I'm already written down, I'm already written down on the chronicle books of the kings of Madayu Paras. That's what it says in the Megillah itself, that everything that happened was written in the chronicle books of Malchei Madayu Paras. So she says it's already out there in the world, you don't need to be afraid of that. Rav v'Rav Chanina v'Rabbi Yochanan v'Rabbi Chaviva, 4 rabbis. Matnu b'chulei seder moed ki chol ki hai zuga chilufei Rabbi Yochanan uma'ayel Rabbi Yonatan. This is almost a parenthetical statement, this sentence here. It's taught about these rabbis that in all of Seder Moed, in all of the order of Moed, in which we are in right now, Megillah is part of Seder Moed. So in all of Seder Moed, whenever these pairs of rabbis are mentioned, Kol Ki Hai Zuga, Zuga is a pair, when these pairs of rabbis are mentioned, Chilufei Rabbi Yochanan u'Ma'ayel Rabbi Yonatan. We switch Rabbi Yochanan out and we replace it with Rabbi Yonatan. Chilufei is switch. So in other words, every time it says Rabbi Yochanan, it really should say Rabbi Yonatan. Anyway, so these rabbis have a different version of the story. Shalcha lahem Esther, l'chachamim. Esther sent a message to the scholars of her generation. Katvuni l'dorot. Write me down for the generations, right? Establish a record, a Jewish record of what happened. Shalchula, they responded to her, Halo katavti lacha shileshim. Okay, this is a pasuk from Mishlei. I have it at the bottom of this sheet, but the Gemara doesn't use it literally anyway. Katafti lacha shileshim, they translate here as we wrote it 3 times already, basically. Shileshim v'lo rebi'im. 3 times and not 4 times. The pasuk indicates that it should be written 3 times and not 4 times, because the story of Amalek and what Amalek does to us, and then what we're supposed to do in return, is in Shemot, and it's in Dvarim, and it's also in Sefer Shmuel. And that occurred, the story of Agag, and that occurs 3 times. So that's it. You get 3, you don't get 4. We're not going to include your story. Ad shematzulo mikra katuv b'Torah, until they found a mikra, a pasuk that was written in the Torah, in Shemot, ktov zot zikaron b'sefer. The verse says, write this as a remembrance in the book. Ktov zot ma shekatuv kan. Right? Meaning, Ktov Zot, those words refer to what's written here in Shemot, Uva Mishneh Torah, and in Mishneh Torah, which is Dvarim. Zikaron, that word in the pasuk, Mashakatuv v'Nevi'im, that refers to the story in Nevi'im, the story in Sefer Shmuel. And B'Sefer, the word B'Sefer, Mashakatuv v'Megillah, that refers to Megillah. So in other words, they found a way to have this verse in Shemot hint to the fact that actually Esther's story should be written down in the form of the Megillah, because Ktov Zot Zikaron B'Sefer refers to both times that Amalek is mentioned in the Torah itself. Zikaron refers to Nevi'im, and Sefer then is free to refer to Megillah. So we sort of count the 2 Torah references together, and then really Megillah is only the 3rd reference, not the 4th. Ketanai. This is like Tanaim. You see the word Tana here. Right, the noun Tana, rabbis of the Mishnah. So this is like a Tanaitic argument. That's what the phrase Ketanai means. It introduces a Tanaitic position or Tanaitic argument and says that the discussion that Amoraim is having is parallel to something that the Tanaim discussed. So Ketanai. Ktov Zot, Mashikatuv. So again, these words in the pasuk. Ktov Zot. That refers to Mashikatuv Kan. What's written here. Here meaning in Sefer Shemot. Zikaron, that word in the pasuk Zikaron, refers to Mashikatuv v'Mishneh Torah. That refers to the telling of the story in Dvarim. B'Sefer, and the word B'Sefer refers to Mashikatuv v'Nevi'im, refers to that which is written in Nevi'im, the story in Sefer Shmuel. Divrei Rabbi Yoshua, meaning that's the opinion of Rabbi Yoshua, and in that case, there's no opening for having the Megillah because the story of Amalek has already been mentioned 3 times, once in Shemot, once in Dvarim, and once in Shmuel. But Rabbi Elazar Hamodai has a different opinion. Rabbi Elazar Hamodai Omer, again, this is still part of the Tanaitic, the recollection of the Tanaitic argument. Ktov Zot, these words in the verse Ktov Zot refers to Masha Katuv Kan Uva Mishneh Torah, right? It refers to both Shemot and Dvarim. Zikaron, that word Zikaron, refers to Masha Katuv Nevi'im, refers to Nevi'im. And Basefer refers to Masha Katuv Megillah, refers to what's written in the Megillah. So then, in Rabbi Elazar Hamodai's opinion, matches up with this part, Ad Shematzulo Mikra Katuv Torah, right? This is the excuse for the Chachamim to be able to justifiably write down Esther, write down Megillah Esther, because actually it only comes out to 3 references if you count the one in the Torah as being all one reference, right? The Shemot and Dvarim count as 1, Shmuel counts as 1, and Megillah counts as 1, and then you get 3, and you only have 3 references. Okay, all I want you to do for this part is, first of all, to just make yourself a quick structure chart so that you understand what's going on. Make sure you understand each part. Write it out in some way so it's not just question answer, but you're sure that you actually understand what's going on in each question, answer, or response. And while you're doing that, make sure you take a look at the 2 psukim that I put on this sheet as well, just so you know where those references are coming from. But again, the only written question is to write an outline, and we will pick up with a different section in class tomorrow.